On December 31st, we get the fourth and final season of Sabrina. Leanne, what can we expect?
Ooh, Denny, double, double toil and trouble. There are two Sabrinas in the fourth and final season of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. We have Sabrina Morningstar, who is the reigning queen of hell, and Sabrina Spellman, who's still just trying to save the world from being destroyed. No big deal. But I'm so bummed to see this series go because I don't know if you know this, Denny, but this was not the original plan to end Sabrina after the fourth season. So when the cast was filming this, they didn't necessarily have a pickup, but they didn't think that this was going to be the very end of the show. So it's kind of a bittersweet ending. I will say that the fans will get an interesting finale, but this wasn't necessarily how they were supposed to go out.
And I gotta say, Kiernan is no stranger to saying goodbye to series that she's been a part of and loves, of course, Mad Men. But this one, as ET found out, hit her hard because she loves and adores playing Sabrina. Here's what she told us about the final season.
I am feeling, you feel a million different things when you dedicate your life to something for a few years and then it comes to a close. But I will say that I think we handled the last few episodes as if they were the last episodes. So people are going to get closure and they're going to get a satisfactory ending that doesn't feel like it was just cut off unnecessarily. I am just very, very glad that we approached that finale like it was a true finale, because I think you never know. We didn't have a pickup, so we may as well have been, shooting a finale. So it made sense to actually do so. And I'm happy that we did, because I think the fans who have been dedicated and enthusiastic beyond belief for these past few years, they deserve that. They really deserve a good ending, whether they like it or not. They deserve closure, and I think that was given. So I am happy with it.
Leanne, Kiernan told you that the finale is satisfactory. What word would you describe the ending of Sabrina?
Ooh, jaw dropping. I cover
Ooh.
TV for a living and I did not see this coming. They definitely pull out all the stops. So I don't think fans are going to be expecting this finale. So it's going to be a lot of fun for them.
Well, from jaw drops to judo chops. Hey, Ash,
Nice.
let's talk about Cobra Kai season 3 that premieres on Netflix on January 8th. How does it compare and stack up against the first two seasons?
Oh my gosh. I mean, this show is just so groundbreaking. I mean, when we talk about reboots and remakes and all of these things that we've been going on for years and years and years, Cobra Kai does it the best, hands down. And this was like the How I Met Your Mother joke turned into a show. It's set 34 years after the events of the original Karate Kid film, re-examining the whole narrative of Karate Kid from the perspective of Johnny Lawrence's point of view, where, Daniel, he's the Karate Kid, not Ralph Macchio. And their rivalry kind of continues, but you're really living it through Johnny Lawrence's life. And yeah, this one has some unexpected twists, turns, things we wanted to see. And it's just such a funny, good show. If you have not started Cobra Kai, I think winter break, if you have a break, whatever, where are we, is the perfect time to do so, because this show is just fantastic.
Do you feel like it has legs for multiple seasons? I feel like this has been a slow rise for them here.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, I think the premise of the show kind of seems like one of those things. Oh, maybe it'll work for like one season, have legs, they'll
Right.
have a little rivalry, it'll be funny. But it keeps going new, exciting places. And then not only is it with Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, they have kids that are a part of the show and they have their own rivalries and things and dojos that they all align with. So there's a lot more to it. I could see this going on for quite a long time, to be honest.
I love it. Well, it speaks volumes that this is probably the only like proper reboot on our list right now. But let's switch gears though, because Leanne, I feel like a lot of us feel a certain way about 2020 and can't wait to say goodbye to it. And I feel like the show that is going to just really, I don't know, hit close to home and share how I'm really feeling about this year is Yearly Departed on Amazon Prime Video, December 30th. What do we know about it?
Well, Denny, this is a comedy special brought to you by some seriously funny ladies. So it's hosted by Phoebe Robinson from Two Dope Queens. It's executive produced by Rachel Brosnahan, but we have so many big names in it. Natasha Leggero, Sarah Silverman, Tiffany Haddish, and all of these funny women are coming together to bid farewell to 2020. And they do this by saying some crazy over-the-top eulogies to some topics that we never want to hear from again. For example, pants. We've heard all the jokes this whole time about how no one's wearing pants on their Zooms. We're done. That's done. We don't want to hear those jokes anymore in 2021. So it's a really clever female empowered comedy special that you can just have on New Year's Eve as the perfect way to say bye-bye and a little FU 2020.
I cannot wait for that. That is high up on my list. And you know what else is? A lot of shows on Disney Plus. Ash, I feel like Disney, they didn't give us breadcrumbs. They gave us a whole feast to look forward to in 2021. What's the show you're most looking forward to?
I am most looking forward to WandaVision on Disney Plus on January 15th. This is set after the Avengers events of Avengers Endgame, but we haven't gotten anything MCU related in 2020. We actually haven't had anything since Spider-Man Far From Home in July 2019. So not only is this the first MCU thing in a long time, it's also the first Disney Plus MCU show that we're getting. And this one is going to be the wildest and weirdest probably show on Disney Plus period, but definitely in Marvel. And basically it follows Wanda and Vision living this like weird suburban life, like sitcom style, going through all of these decades. They're in some kind of like purgatory in her mind or something like that. But it was reportedly shot in front of a live studio audience, and it's going to go through the decades and like all its like I love like Lucy sitcom type glory. So this is going to be just the weirdest freaking show, and I'm so here for it.
It's definitely a unique take on these characters. How would you say it compare? Like, does it still fit within the world of the MCU as far as like the films are concerned?
Yes, definitely. So we are going to get some connections to the larger MCU. Kevin Feige has teased this. We see a little bit in the trailer of a character that we're going to be seeing in another film going forward. So it's going to all connect. I envision, pun intended, that this is going to come to some kind of like crux at the end of the show that's going to lead into the bigger picture of whatever that is. Because at that Disney investor call or whatever, what did they announce? 10 new MCU shows, and they love to interconnect everything. So it's going to lead into something, the next thing. And we know that Wanda is going to be in the next Doctor Strange movie somehow, some way. So I'm sure we'll get kind of that answer maybe in the show. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget who really brought the superhero genre to television first. And I feel like that was the CW, Leanne. And there's a lot of shows to look forward to. I know Batwoman is something a lot of people are excited about because we have a new lead. I want to say her name right. Javicia Leslie.
You got it, Denny. Javicia Leslie is taking over the cowl from Ruby Rose, and fans could not be more excited for this new superhero to step up to the plate. As we know, Ruby announced in 2020 that she would no longer be reprising her role as the lead on Batwoman, and the fact that the CW has cast this beautiful, like incredible Black woman to take over the role is so amazing. And I've just got to say, Denny, like fans, like there's a renewed interest in this show that was never there even from the beginning of Batwoman. I feel like so many new people and new fans are going to tune into this show just to see this amazing kind of groundbreaking role.
She definitely has some big shoes to fill, but she also has the seal of approval from Ruby Rose herself, as we found out. Let's take a look.
She looks amazing. She's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see season 2. But I do know that they're like, that's the old Cal. And so obviously, I think she's obviously going to take that over for a bit. And I can't wait to see when they kind of adjust it and make the changes for her as well. I think it's going to look sick.
Leanne, what are the other CW shows you're looking forward to next year?
Oh my gosh, Denny. Well, as you all know, COVID-19 cut all of the CW dramas short this year. And we also did not get our regular fall TV premiere. So all of the CW shows are finally coming back in January and a little bit of early February. But we are getting Riverdale. We're getting the final season of Black Lightning, The Flash. So many amazing things that are finally coming back to our screens that we have been waiting for. Also, a new series that's premiering is Walker, starring Jared Padalecki. You may know him coming from Supernatural. Yeah, the show that was just on for 15 seasons and literally just ended. Jared is already suited up into a brand new role. And this is like kind of a reboot of Walker, Texas Ranger. So I think fans are going to be very excited. I know that Ash is a huge Chuck Norris fan, so she's thrilled about this one.
Is that
yeah,
true, Ash?
baby. I want all the. Are we gonna get the Jared Padalecki like memes about Chuck Norris now? Like this is like he's taking that mantle too.
It's happening.
I hope so.
Long live Chuck Norris, though. Let's be real. All right, you guys, thank you so much for that. You guys have a tough job watching all that television. Really, really fun. Make sure to check out our Stream Queens every Thursday right here on ET Live for more of their streaming picks.